Hi everyone, welcome back to IT Investigators. I'm editor.
And I'm photographer.
And behind the camera we have our renowned Genghis Khan. Today we'll be talking about the human cognitive trade-off theory.
Hey, can I speak smoothly or not?
Smoothly?
Yeah, just speak properly. Don't stumble here, stumble there.
I'm not stumbling.
No, that was supposed to be part of the video. Why you're overreacting? Bruh!
And that was supposed to be part of the video also what? You didn't overreact.
Okay, fine, let's do it again. Fine, let's do it again.
Okay.
Let's do it again.
Hi everyone, welcome back to IT Investigators. I'm editor.
And I'm photographer.
And behind the camera we have Genghis Khan today. Today we'll be talking about the human cognitive trade-off theory. Now, you might be wondering, how did humans evolve so differently from our fellow primates such as chimpanzees, gorillas, orangutans, and any other primates? Well, our most common relative, the chimpanzee, both of us share a common ancestor, the Neanderthals, which was found in Africa around a few million years ago. But how did humans and chimpanzees evolve so differently when we shared such a common ancestor? Now this is where the cognitive trade-off theory comes to play. The cognitive trade-off theory states that humans forgoed our short-term memory so as to think of the future and plan ahead, while chimpanzees were only able to think short-term, such as, I'll be getting attacked right now, while humans were able to think in a different sort of manner, such as, I think that the attack will come from the west or the north.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Although we might argue that humans' short-term memory is quite capable, but I think that compared to chimpanzees, it cannot be compared at all.
Got example or not?
Yeah, there is. There was a research which was done by Mr. Tetsuro Matsuzawa of the Kyoto Primate Research Facility. He has spent many years testing the primates around the testing facility, and he has found out that the chimpanzees over there, their short-term memory is much superior compared to that of humans.
Why is it? Don't need research. Come on, ask you what I eat for breakfast yesterday. Yeah, forget already. Point proven.
That's true, very true. There's a lot of difficulty remembering what I had for
Yeah,
lunch.
that's true. But his most esteemed chimpanzee, which is called Ayumu, is able to memorize a puzzle which goes as such. 9 numbers will be shown on the screen from 1 to 9, and the chimpanzee has 0.5 seconds to memorize it, and after the 0.5 seconds are up, the numbers vanish from the screen, and he has to remember the locations of each of the numbers and arrange them according to the ascending order. And amazingly, Ayumu is able to do that in that 0.5 second time span, which is shocking as humans are not able to do that. And humans on average, when doing the same test, they take around maybe a few tries when Ayumu can do it in 1 try. And during these few tries, the shortest time they can do it is maybe around 10 to 15 seconds, while Ayumu can do it in around 3 to 4 seconds.
Oh, so she just beat 自己的 oh.
Yeah. And it's not just Ayumu, the rest of the chimpanzees over there can do it too. And his mother, Ai, was able to do it at around the same pace as
So you're his mother. I.
AI. It's Japanese for love. Yeah. But since Ai has grown much older, her memory has also weared down with the age, and she's not able to do as well as Ayumu. So Mr. Tetsuro Matsuzawa thinks that back in the days, when our ancestors, which were the Neanderthals, which were banished from the jungle, had to go out to the African plains to survive. And because they were in the plains to survive and they had no cover, they had to think about what would happen, not what is happening. So by doing so, their short-term memory drastically lowered while their processing power increased. So they were able to think ahead in the future. Which is oddly surprising because Well, you know the law of the jungle states the strong survive.
Yeah.
Well, the humans were the weak ones. That's why they were kicked out. While the chimpanzees' ancestors were the strong ones who stayed in the jungle to fight it out because they were strong enough and they didn't need to think ahead in the future because they were strong enough to fight whatever they faced.
That's interesting. Because we work for them, yeah.
Yeah, but the irony is that our weaknesses became our strength because we have flourished so much more in comparison to the chimpanzees, and I think that although the chimpanzees are still very intelligent, their intelligence is cannot be held in comparison towards the humans. I mean, chimpanzees can unite, their troops can unite together to form raiding parties which they can raid other chimpanzees, which is the scary part. And their body build is really different compared to humans. They're just packed full of muscle and they're just so strong in contrast to their size. While humans are more adept using their brain other than other things. Our intelligence is what sets us apart from other animals. Now, back to I and Ayumu. There was a video by Vsauce where Vsauce himself went to the primate research facility and he had the duke out against I, where he surprisingly won due to I's deteriorating mental health, and she wasn't able to win against him. And oddly enough, I was able to show a temper tantrum against Vsauce by banging against the glass walls in the experiment area, which was surprising because you would think that chimpanzees would not have these kinds of emotions, but she was able to throw a temper tantrum, which was interesting.
I mean, it'll be frustrating, right? Imagine you used to be good at it and then now you just can't be.
No, I think it's also because she's used to going against her son and going against a human who can talk. In maybe as a chimpanzee I wouldn't understand, I'll be like, ooh ooh ah ah banana, ooh ooh ah ah. Then I have the human there like, oh hey I, good luck. Why is he talking about in chimpanzee speak? So you could say she was thrown off by the presence of Vsauce.
I see.
Yeah. I find that is very interesting because I think humans have deviated from evolution a lot more than other animals have. Like dolphins have unlocked way more of their brain capacity than humans, but dolphins still are not as advanced as humans, which is honestly the most amazing part about our intelligence.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's it for today's episode, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Go back! I want to be Monke!